guys, how you doing? It's Andy Elliott. Today I'm going to go over the 5 things that every salesperson must know. I'm going to explain this to you. These 5 things, I want you to have it resonate in your heart and see where you're at and seeing if these are maybe some steps that you've skipped or maybe some holes that you have in your skill set. First of all, before I do that, I want to do this. I have a free tracking chart, okay? I have tons of people. If you don't know where you're at, you don't know where you're going. It's impossible. I have tons of people that say, I want to become the best salesman in the world. I want to make $300,000. Guys, listen to me. I made $715,000 in a year selling cars. How did I do it? I did it by planning it. People don't plan to fail, they fail to plan. I have a chart that's real simple. It shows how you can sell 25 to 30 cars and how you can make $300,000. Let's start with that chart. I want to give it to you for free. It's real simple. This is a free tracking chart. Over here's my cell phone, 918-210-0254. Before we start this video, all you have to do is shoot me a text, say the word charts. Andy, send me the tracking chart. That's it. Boom, I'll send it over to your phone. I want you to print it out. And I literally want, when you print it out, just to look at it, get a highlighter, and figure out what it is that maybe is getting you off track from making the true potential that you should be earning. So, before we get into that, let's rock and roll, and let's go into these 5 things that every salesperson must know. Now, I wrote these down a little bit so that way I can be really specific and talk about some things that I took into my career that really helped me elevate past my competitors and crush my competition. All right, you don't get what 99% of the people will never, now notice this, 99% of the people will never have without hard work. People think success will be handed to them. Pick out the hardest worker in your company and run them over. I'm asking you to do this. Take the hardest worker in your company and run them over. If you want what 99% of the people will never have in this world, how are you going to get there? It's real simple. Hard work. And also, show me your 24 hours, please. Listen, if you think that you're serious about your life and that you're really honestly in the place where you should be going to the next level, show me your 24 hours. I will bet you that you have goals in mind, maybe a couple of goals written. Every single week, I write out my 24 hours for that week. You can text me, say, Andy, show me your 24 hours. I'll send it back to you. Every single week, I rewrite it. There's 52 weeks in a year. Every week looks a little bit different. That's how my life is. And guess what? Every week, Sunday night, I sit down after I put my kids to bed, and I write down how my next week's going to go. I write down my 24 hours. And you know what? That right there has changed my life significantly. From health, from income, from time with my family, right, to spiritual. Guys, time to train, everything. If I write it down, I'll follow it. You can't write out a 24-hour schedule and then run with it for a whole year. That's not how it works. Write it down and rewrite it every week so you can start to dial it in a little bit better. So show me your 24 hours. Crush everybody around you, step 1. Outwork them. Pick the hardest worker in your store and beat them. Build a name for yourself. Draw massive attention to yourself. All right, if you don't learn marketing, you will never, notice I said that, if you don't learn marketing, you will never be successful. What I mean by that is Facebook, Craigslist, and here's one of the biggest deals, video. What do I mean by video? I mean this. 30 to 45 second videos, which I got a video coming out where I nail tons of these. That way you guys can take it and mirror image it back into what you're doing. But video on 2-year-old customers, people that bought in your store 2 years ago, those people aren't being worked right now. Those people need a 30 to 45 second video, you introducing yourself, you telling them that if they want to upgrade, if they need a free appraisal on their vehicle, anything, you got them. And you don't have to go through and call these people, you zap them videos fast. Dude, I can go through 100 people in an hour video sending. And then who responds? Only the ones interested? Man, time is money, guys. It's 2020. Get in the game of speed. But your video's got to be crucial. It's got to be deadly. I'll help you build it. Service, orphan owners, old leads, they all require videos. You can do it and touch so many people so fast. 2020 is about speed. I want you to understand this. You'll never make it because you never learn marketing. Let me teach it to you. It's right here. Here's the test. Here's the answers to the test. I'm showing you. If you want to be successful, you have to get into the world everywhere. Take over your space. And by the way, get in it for the long tail game. Andy, what does the long tail game mean? It means don't just do it for this month's check. Okay? You're going to be, guys, it's January. In December, you're going to be sitting there and you're going to start over looking for car deals like the other guys. Don't be that guy. In December, sure, you're going to go dominate it and take every car deal you can find, but because in January you took over the car space, and every time you sold a car, you took a picture with your customers, you put it on Facebook, you put it on Instagram, you put it on LinkedIn, you started putting it everywhere, so everybody noticed you. Guess what? It didn't have any effect in January. But you know what? By December, people know who you are. People are starting to reach out to you. Guess what happens? You're starting to get people to comment on stuff. And now all of a sudden you're getting referrals in. 2 years, 3 years down the road, everybody knows who you are. You're selling 70 cars a month because you're in it for the long tail game. Okay? Not like a lot of these guys that are like, hey, what store's paying the most money? Jump around. Don't do it. Find your place, own your space. All right? Okay, should I invest in myself? I hear this all the time, okay? And a lot of people, they think investing in themselves is watching a YouTube video. Let me explain this to you. Should I invest in myself? And number 2, does it matter? It matters to the people that you serve. And you're not doing your best job that you could be doing selling them. You're letting them down. You're being selfish. Do your customers deserve to get sold? Yes. So when you can't sell them, you're not doing a justice to them. Let me explain that to you again. You're being selfish by not investing in yourself. Your customers deserve the best salesman in the country. They're not getting it. The answer is yes, it matters when you don't invest in yourself, okay? You're holding back your true gifts to the world. Does anybody on the other side of this camera believe that they could be one of the best salesmen in the country? Do they believe you could be? Not you are, but you could be. If the answer is yes, then yes, it does matter. Yes, it does matter because you could be giving the best you, the gifts you have to the world, but you're not because you're being selfish. Stop it. So I'll tell you this. 3, start investing in yourself. Let's go to 4. I learned that. This is beautiful. Never forget this. I learned that if I have 10 haters, I need to have 20 by the summer. This principle has helped me build myself for who I am today. You know who has no haters? Do you want to know who has no haters? I'll tell you who. People doing absolutely nothing, sitting in their mommy's basement watching Judge Judy, eating Cheetos, and judging people for their success. That's the people who have no haters. They're not doing nothing. Guys, they bought tickets to the sidelines. They're not even playing the game. But do you know what? Over there from the sidelines, they want to hate, and they have 0 haters. They have no skin in the game. You guys, when you give all the hard work, when you learn the marketing strategies like no one else, when you learn to invest in yourself, people are going to come hating. And when they do, that's when you know you're finally doing your job right. Never forget that. All right? So, you know, there's a lot of haters. Every single successful person in the world. Are you ready to give more than 99% of the people ever will? Question, are you ready to give more than 99% of the people ever will? Yes or no? And are you ready to pay the price? Let haters hate. Keep making money and helping people. What do? We make money, we help people. We love helping people. And when we treat people like $1 million and we help them and we can do it better than anyone else, we get paid a ton of money. That's it. Beautiful life, guys. Beautiful life. Number 5. Let's go into this. And I want you to identify these holes and see where you've been making the mistakes, where you've been messing up, maybe where you need to elevate your game. Guys, identify your hole and don't just say, oh, that's me. No, fix it now. Fix it right now. Okay, there is a price to pay, but the reward is worth it. Let me talk about some rewards. Impact, wealth, significance, time with your family. I'm begging you to step up into the 1%. I am begging you, please. Your family deserves it. Your kid deserves it. Your kids deserve it. Everybody, you deserve it. Step into the 1% zone. 1%. It's 1 out of every 100. Jump into that zone. It's a beautiful life, but let me explain this. You will have to pay the price here. All this is a price. As we continue to read here, there comes a time in every man or every woman's life when they could have changed their entire life forever. 99% of the people won't be ready because you never paid the price. You never acquired the skill, but you could have. You passed on it. Don't say you never had a chance. Don't be a victim. Don't sit there on the other side and say, I never had the chance. I never could have done it. Yes, you could have. Listen, you want to change your life? You want to make $300,000 a year? You want to make $100,000? Okay, let's do it. You want to make $500,000? You want to beat my record of $700,000 in a year? Come on, let's do it. You deserve it. Your wife, your kids, your husband, your family, they deserve it. You don't get in life what you deserve. You get what you negotiate, guys. Remember, everything you want in life is right on the other side of being uncomfortable. Let's get uncomfortable, okay? It's time to pay the price. It's time to draw massive attention to ourselves. So, these are the 5 things that every salesperson must know. And by the way, send me a text. Make sure you get your free chart. After watching this video, I just want you to look at it and say, man, that's what I got to do. That's the money I want to make. I got to sell that many cars. I got to make that much commission. That's my number. It's $276,000. That's it. I'm doing that every month. I'm going to follow this. And guess what? Watch this video again. If you're not sure what to do, watch it again. The idea will resonate in you and you will figure it out. Send me a text if you need any help at all. Guys, have a very blessed day and I'll talk to you soon.